Would you like to hear a nice, good, awesome report on postcard number 7? We're all the way up to postcard number 7, and we just got some feedback on it. We're getting some results back in that I'd like to share with you. If that's something you want to hear, you're in the right place. Let's talk. Hi, I'm Mike Cerrone with 2 listings per month, and I'd like to share with you the results that we've already received off postcard number 7. Yeah, as we get into this and we do more and more of it, obviously we're going to get better and better at it. You should, if you're paying attention and making adjustments, get better and learn as you go. And luckily, I'm not too old that I can't make changes and modify and get better as I go too. So that's good news. But postcard number 7 is kind of good. I'm doing each of these postcards over a 2-week test, and this is just the first week results. So in the first week's results, postcard number 7 has brought in 3 good-looking leads. Three very solid leads. So let me give you some of the information on that. So one of them, I'll get the weakest one out of the way first. One of them is someone who scanned our little QR code. We've had almost nobody do the QR code, by the way, but this person actually scanned the QR code, went and watched our little video. They didn't proceed further from there, even though they have instructions to do so, but they did text me. And so I got the text and I replied to them, and then they disappeared again. And I say again, because this person's come in on postcard 6 and 7. Okay, so they each get a little bit of credit for that. Each card generated an interest from this person to the point that they went to the QR code on both cards and watched the video on both cards and texted me on both cards. But then when I replied to text, they didn't follow up. And if you watched my other video on number 6, this is number 7. On number 7, the property's kind of far away from me, and so I haven't pursued it as well as I should have. If I were really aggressive, I'd be on that all over it. And it's a little house. It's about, I think, just under 500,000 on that little house. Yeah, but it's just kind of far away from me, and I just haven't been willing to drive. But anyway, the marketing, the postcard brought in the lead. That's what I want to share with you. All right, so now let's go into the others. Let's see, I'll go to this other one. I got another pretty strong lead. And by the way, that first one was a FSBO. The second one I got was an expired, and chatted with the guy. So this guy called me off the card. I called him. I answered the phone, and we ended up chatting. Nice guy. Wants to sell his house. He's had a couple challenges with the property. It's an expired. They actually had it under contract, and some weird things happened during the inspection. It's a long story, but the guy, he needs some help. And he called me up to talk to me about my offer on the postcard, and we chatted with him about it. And he definitely is a strong lead. The guy wants to do something. I'm not sure I want to get involved in the project because of a couple dynamics there, because of a couple kinks in the property and the condition of the property. However, if I was a very aggressive agent, I would be all over this. It's a smaller house, but it's in a good neighborhood. It's right next to a medical campus, a college medical campus. So it'd be a great rental, or even a property for someone who works there to either live in there and own, or to rent. So either way, it's got a lot of potential because of its location. And anyway, I think that'd be a good one. That's a house. It's very small. It's very unusual in our area to have a house. Price range is $350, even though there's some homes in that neighborhood. I took a quick look that were in the high 3s, and then the 4s even, that were the same. It's an older house. So I think there's a lot of good potential there. It's just I haven't pursued it. Right? I'm just rusty, and I'm also a little lazy because I don't have to do the listing part unless I really, really want the project, or I really like the person or something. And by the way, I like these people. It's just, I got to really like them for getting involved. But anyway, for the postcard, that's the second lead. It looked pretty good. And then a third lead came in off the postcard. And that one looks really good. That one is about 800,000. Okay, so it's a newer house. It's nice. It's big, beautiful thing. And it didn't sell. It was an expired. I don't know quite why it didn't sell. I looked at the listing. There were a couple errors in the listing. I'm not sure that they would have caused it not to sell, but uh, that's a project I think that would be very interesting. And I scheduled an appointment to go out and meet with them this week, and then it got pushed off a week, so it would be next week before I'd meet them. So I mean, they schedule an appointment to meet. So I'd say that's a success, right? I mean, the postcard did its job, and so you got to kind of split the two. Is the postcard working or is Mike working? Right now, Mike is weak, but the postcards are doing their job. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're getting better in our reiterations of these things, and in the event. So to sum that up, we had three leads come in. Let's see, like a 350, a 500, and a 800. And so that sounds pretty good to me. That was only over 1 week too. Man, that was over 1 week. I'm not sure if the second week will be as strong as the first week. We'll find out, but wow. So let's say it is, just for fun. That would be 3 in the first week, and if it happens 3 in the second week, would be 6, and then over a month that'd be 12. I mean, this card is looking like a total winner for the idea of trying to get 2 listings per month out of this source, right? So I'm going to lean to this one having an early win, unless everything somehow collapses. And I don't know what would happen that would collapse at this point. It looks good. And if we get some leads next week off this same card, because again, I do it for 2 weeks in a row, then I think we might have found a good one, right? I mean, a really good one. So that's my report. If you like this report, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you want to hear more about this kind of stuff, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. It gives me the incentive to keep going on this project. And if you have questions, put them down in the comments section, and then I'll come back and I'll share with you more information. All right, this has been fun. Hope you take care, and bye now.